From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. 11 empty.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Bills, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bengals at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But what a good contest here for our first Monday night game of 2023. Happy New Year, one and all, and thanks for pulling yourself away from all those college bowl games going on. For this, a great matchup between two of the real up-and-comers in the AFC. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now here's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen caught right side. Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Allen's throw is complete, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of room.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. It's Mixon on the counter. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also,
and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Herb Smith Jr., his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for them, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. (7-7), our score after one. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Allen now looks to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Allen to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Cook is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Finding Knox there, complete. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the 27, Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Allen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook
with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
15 yards through the air on a first down. Now Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. And again, it's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A final shot before half for Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Gabriel Davis
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Takes it at the 7.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Option play. Here's Cook. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Here's Cook again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
It's complete to Diggs.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Allen going to throw.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
56.
Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Cook out of the gun.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
His throw caught at about the 5. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Billsians are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen throwing middle, and it's complete. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And they'll indeed take a knee. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. And they take a knee.
Partner, under the lights in prime
8.